Hey, brother, welcome back to the Happy Man Coaching channel. I'm your Happy Man coach, Charlie McKeever. And in this video, I want to talk to you about not being comfortable in your own skin. A lot of times when I'm talking with a man, he's talking about feeling anxious, feeling nervous, feeling unsettled, feeling unsafe, feeling unsure. Sometimes he describes it as feeling not comfortable in his own skin. So what does that mean? Where does that come from? I mean, you can imagine that he's inside there someplace, inside himself, and he just doesn't feel at home. He doesn't feel safe. He doesn't feel okay. Like he's watched a scary movie and now the lights are off and he doesn't feel safe in his own home. He doesn't feel safe in his own body. So what is that? Well, look, a lot of times what happens is a man believes that he has to make everyone else happy. He believes that he has to make his wife happy. You ever heard the phrase happy wife, happy life? Or if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy? Those are cute phrases, but what happens is a man starts to lose himself. He starts to feel like he's not in control of his own life. He starts to feel like other people are in control. He starts to feel powerless. He starts to feel dependent. And he starts to feel like a victim in his own story. And everyone else are the people that he needs to please, the people that he needs to manage, and especially his wife. She becomes that person that if he doesn't make her happy, he doesn't feel very comfortable. He doesn't feel very safe. In fact, he feels like everything will come unraveled, like he'll lose his family, he'll lose his house, he'll lose the reason why he wakes up in the morning. And that means that he doesn't own himself and he doesn't have self trust. He doesn't have self confidence. He doesn't have self reliance because he's handed it over to other people. He's handed it over to his wife. And I got to tell you, she doesn't want that burden. She doesn't want that responsibility. In fact, she hates it. She hates it because it makes her responsible for his happiness. And guess what? She's busy trying to be happy herself. And so the more he tries to make her happy, the more she seems to back away, the more she seems to be upset, the more she seems to be aggravated with him, and he really can't seem to get out of the loop. He actually feels less safe, less secure, less okay, and he feels less comfortable in his own skin. And this is what I talk with men about because that's where I lived for decades. I felt like I needed to make other people happy for me to be okay. And when I couldn't make them happy, or when I felt like I couldn't make them happy, then I felt less safe, less sure, less okay, less comfortable in my skin. And this is what I want to talk with you about. I want to talk about what are the stories in your head? What is it that you think you need to do? Who do you think you need to be in order to make other people happy? And what happens when those people aren't happy? And what happens when you feel like you can't manage or manipulate or control that situation enough for you to be okay? What is going on when you don't feel most comfortable in your own skin? And what is it that you do want? We'll talk a little bit about what you don't want, but we'll also talk a lot about what you do want. What is it that you're feeling? What is it that you're thinking? What is it that you're wanting? And you might not have the answers to those questions, and that's okay. But by asking those questions, the answers will come. And that's part of what you and I will do together on the phone. So go ahead and click the link in the description, book a 1 hour call with me. What we're going to do is we're going to talk with each other. You're going to tell me your story. You're going to tell me what's going on. I'm going to listen. And then I'm going to ask a few questions. I'm going to reflect back to you some of the things that you say. And then we're going to talk about how this whole thing works, what really is happening, and where your safety, security, assuredness, confidence, self reliance, where all of that really lives. And we're going to talk about how you can be that calm, confident, grounded man who's comfortable in his own skin. Because here's the dirty little secret. When we're not okay, when we're not comfortable in our own skin, when we feel unsettled and unsafe, we don't feel good to other people. Other people don't want to spend time with that. They don't want to spend time with that energy. It makes them nervous. They don't have words for it. They don't know how to describe it. They don't know how to tell you this, but it feels uncomfortable to them. And people avoid things that are uncomfortable. This is why you're not on the VIP list. This is why they don't want to invite you to the party. This is why sometimes your wife doesn't want to hang out with you. She doesn't want to spend time with you because You're not comfortable with you, so how can she be comfortable with you? But once we start talking about this, and once you start understanding where your certainty lies and where you can become comfortable in your own skin, then as you become comfortable with you, then other people in your life will become comfortable with you as well. They'll want to spend time with you. They'll want to talk to you. And at first, it's going to feel a little weird. You're going to be like, what is going on? Why all of a sudden are people wanting to hang out with me and spend time with me? And it's because you're really a great guy. You really are somebody that people want to hang out with. But because you are not comfortable with you, they can't be comfortable with you. So let's talk about that. You can either click the link in the description or go to happymancoaching.com, click on the contact tab, fill out that form, and let's schedule a call. Like I said, we'll talk for an hour. And then after that, you and I can walk and talk a little more together. And we can unravel this hairball together so that you can become comfortable in your own skin. I've done it. The men that I work with have done it, and you can do it too. So click on that link, go to happymancoaching.com, book that call, and let's talk. All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.